Hey guys, this is Comic and today I'm doing a review for the series premiere of DC Comics Legends of Tomorrow. A show I've been super excited to watch. Also, if you guys don't know, I am part of the Legends of Tomorrow podcast, and I'll have a link for that on Twitter and Facebook. We're actually filming tonight for the podcast, so hopefully it'll be up tomorrow so you guys could hear a very in-depth review for the episode. But here is my review, my also in-depth review of the episode. So here we get to see a couple of heroes, a couple of villains come together to try to change the future. Our heroes are, / villains, we have Heatwave, Captain Cold, Hawkgirl, Hawkman, Firestorm, both halves of Firestorm, Adam and Sarah Lance. So those are our heroes. And Rip Hunter, who is the time traveler who goes back in time to get these heroes, I would say is very much the main character of the season, because he's the one who brings everyone together. So he actually tricks the team and says, hey, you're all legends, you're all meant to do something, and I'm a time traveler, I'm a time master. And it's a total lie. He hasn't been a time master for a really long time, and the only reason he wants to defeat Vandal Savage is because his family died because of Vandal, and he wants to change the future because of that. And now the heroes are a little bit down on the dumps because they're like, oh, we thought we were legends, that's why we were doing this. But at the same time, in the end, they're like, alright, let's go fight, let's change the future and make ourselves significant, because right now we're not, because of different things going on in their lives. So that's pretty much the whole episode. What did I think? This was a really fun pilot. One thing I really enjoyed about this pilot was the balance between humor and emotion. There were some really great emotional moments, especially from Adam. Him talking about how he felt insignificant, I thought was one of the best emotional moments. Another really great scene, in my opinion, was some of the guest star scenes, and I guess a lot of the Arrow scenes, like where we get to see Green Arrow and Adam interact, but especially when we get to see Laurel and Sarah interact. That was probably their best scene they've ever had, even throughout Arrow. It was something I was waiting for in Arrow. I'm like, alright, when are they going to talk about Laurel being Black Canary? Like, when are we going to talk about, Sarah not being there for such a long time? And it was like a 2-minute scene, but they really discussed a lot that I wanted them to discuss in Arrow, so I was very happy by that. And it was also Laurel was the one pushing Sarah to be the best she could be and says, you should go time travel, and I'm going to call you White Canary. So that was the best scene, that Laurel was the one who called Sarah White Canary. So yeah, I was really happy with that. And let's start talking about chemistry, because obviously that's really important. And I thought all the heroes had pretty good chemistry for the pilot. I hope it grows, obviously, even more as the show continues and we get a little bit more of emotional strings to these characters. Not just characters we've known for a year or two, and that's like Sarah and Adam. I would really like to get some emotional connection to Hawkgirl and Hawkman and those characters also. But yeah, I thought the chemistry was pretty good. Best chemistry, well, Adam with everybody was great. I really was pleasantly surprised with Adam in this pilot. The two characters I felt had a little less chemistry with the rest of the team, but had a good story, was Hawkgirl and Hawkman. I feel like they're so together, their characters, and they have to be because, the origins are very connected, but I hope they could kind of separate themselves as characters and as individuals. I guess same for Firestorm. I really like that the Firestorm dynamic was a lot like the comic book with Ronnie and Stein, so I think they did this really well with this new character, and that's something I enjoyed. So yeah, I would say best characters that haven't really interacted but had best chemistry was probably Sarah, Captain Cold, and Heatwave, and hopefully we could get to see different type of friendships and non-friendships as the story continues that are a little less obvious, obviously, with characters that have already interacted with each other, or kind of like a package deal like Hawkgirl and Hawkman. So I guess that's something I would really like to see in the future, and obviously that's really important. The negatives towards this episode, I thought it felt a little bit on the cluttered side, because it was a part 1 and is supposed to be a part 2 of pilot 2. I think this episode would have been a lot better if they aired the part 2 after this. It kind of felt like, oh wait, there's more, and it didn't feel like, oh, I have to wait next week for the next chapter. It felt like you needed the next hour after this. So I think a 2-hour premiere would have been smart, and obviously that's what they were kind of planning, but I guess they didn't end up doing it because of the 100 aired right after. So I'm a little confused why they didn't do a 2-hour premiere. So it felt a little cluttered. Would have liked to see a little bit more Vandal Savage. There's a lot of just rehashing of who he was. I want to show why he's such a menacing villain. Of course, they showed the background between him and Rip Hunter, but would really like to see a little bit more from him. The one-shot villain of the week was okay. Kind of felt like a Power Ranger villain to me. So hopefully that will be better as episodes go on. We'll have some interesting villains come here and there. Time travel, most important part, was a lot of fun. Loved the heroes in the 70s. And it brought in some interesting stories, especially with Hawkgirl and Hawkman. Or at least Hawkgirl meeting her son. I thought that was a really interesting point. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty good pilot. A solid pilot that gets me excited for the rest of the show, obviously, and it definitely had some good parts here. So, hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Of course, I'll have a review for Legends of Tomorrow next week, and I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter, and don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.